All right, this is First Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. And peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect, back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great in the incoming kingdom of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, which is an everlasting kingdom. And Lord willing, we be the first fruits to participate in that blessing, man. So again, in First Thessalonians 5, and we'll start at verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. So the times are the end times. All right. The season is a time of judgment. We are in. Our brother is speaking to his fellow brethren that come in the lot of a prophet doing the work, man. Okay. Ye have no need that I write unto you. Why is our brother telling us that he don't even need to write? Because the Spirit is dealing with us. All right, we understand. We have enough insight to see. Oh snap, we're in captivity. Oh snap, it's getting ready to go down. Verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Why do we know that? Because the Lord taught us this thing. Hey, that the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Not only the actual physical manifestation of Malak Yahweh Shah upon in this realm on this earth, but the events preceding that actual event of every knee bowing, all right, and confessing Malak Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is in fact King. Okay, all these things are gonna come to pass. The MOTB, pestilence, world war, all these things precede the Lord's second coming. That's in Matthew 24th chapter. And again, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, and you hear rumors of the US is in war with Iran. Man, they got some conflict going on to produce propaganda. I don't know about no real deal. We're at freaking straight up war. You gotta watch that word, because when it's wartime, make no mistake about it, you're gonna know that it's wartime. Shit, it's gonna look like it, man. All right, it's gonna look like it. So whatever they got going on, they can call it whatever they want. But the whole reason the Spirit led me to do this epistle is because there's rumors. I don't, because again, are y'all guys at war, or are you lying? What's really going on out there? Are y'all playing war games? And then you still hear Trump with these rumors of a so-called peace treaty or what have you. So that's what led me to like kind of the verbiage, the language in which is being spoken, that word peace specifically, the fact, peace, and not, this could be the actual specific time in which the Lord is talking about here when they're saying let's do the quote unquote peace thing, and then the Lord put the Spirit on the enemies of Babylon the Great to go ahead and get down on them. All right, you'll be like, okay, we're gonna work something out, quote unquote, and then the enemies of Babylon the Great say, nah, we're gonna go ahead and pop this thing off for the big World War III. All right, that could happen. It could be this situation. It could be something else. But we got to be circumspect of when they're talking about peace and safety, man. And, pretty much the people, the inhabitants of Babylon the Great, they've been at ease the entire time. If they didn't, well, I can't say that about the world wars because it did affect them. You know what I mean? But it didn't affect Babylon the Great like it did those places that were getting bombed and things like that. In the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Hey, this time could very well happen that this place has to fight, a war on their own land, man. And not that it hasn't been wars fought here. Like, look at the Civil. All right. But this is going to be a whole different show with a whole different type of spirit behind it. So again, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. All right, so it's going to be sudden because they wasn't watching, they wasn't prepared. Starting with you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, so-called, that's a byword. All right, but because you didn't hearken and didn't take heed, you didn't prepare yourself for the coming calamities. You didn't hide yourself in the name Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, man. All right, so you're going to get caught up in that sudden destruction. All right, just like when a woman goes into labor and her water breaks. I don't even know what the hell that means. I don't even know the process, dude. And I have a child. Yeah, but whatever the hell that means. I mean, when her water breaks, and then she goes into that labor process, man. Okay, but that's exactly what's happening here. You got these labor pains. It'll intensify. You have these contractions of the great tribulation, the contractions of the second coming of Malak Yahweh Shai. You got or uproars of the people. They're fidgety. I've been looking at my news app and I'm seeing Eve is starting to get judged. She's starting to get visited. There's a lot of unaliving of so-called black women right now. Hey, thus saith Yahweh by Hashem Shah was going to judge you women, man. So a lot of that is happening. I mean, the Lord, all those little girl trips, he's getting them left and right. They're not coming back. All that folly, all that dumbass spirit that is the woman, you know, or the spirit that she has on her, it's starting to catch up to her. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie. Oh damn, Salakia Malakia Hawashai. I thought that Eve had got away with it for a second. You know what I mean? And I was like damn near bugging out, just waiting on, you know, the Lord to do something to Eve. Lo and behold, oh, the eyes of the Lord are 10 times thousand brighter than the sun, right? Via the host of holy angels, even us, we're beholding the good and evil upon the earth as well, and we're calling it out. You'll get cursed out pretty quick through the spirit messing with us nowadays, man. Hey, and the same thing on the right hand side. Hey, we'll pray to the Lord for you. We pray for ourselves first and foremost. But if you give a prophet a cup of water, or if you help a brother, or if you're just have a good spirit upon you, hey, we will remember that and pray to our Father for you on your behalf, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. So it'll behoove us to always, what the scripture say, strive to be decent, you know, with all men, you know, paraphrasing, but that's what we don't want to be, just blatant enemies, man. And to the Lord, make it known that it's go time, man. We'll try to, you know, be peaceful with our people and peaceful even with Esau, Edom, man, where we're not, you know, coming in the spirit of the damn KKK and taking up swords and things like that. No, all we're simply doing is talking. All right, how is this so offensive to you guys? Look at dude, all day, every day, people are talking, saying all type of stuff, man. Why are they getting ready to persecute us? What are we saying that's so bad? All we're talking, and the thing about the way the Lord set it up, you don't have to fucking walk by them prophets per se. You can go around there in a little area, you know, by themselves, not with no damn loudspeaker. You know, the starting with the brothers, a great millstone. You know, you don't have, basically, like, you don't have to go bother the prophets, man. You know what I mean? You could just see them from a distance and talk your shit and keep it moving. All right, but for you Israelites that didn't take heed, you're going to get caught up in that judgment, man. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Amos. These are the classics. Back to the classics. Amos 3 and 6, right? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city? And we're blowing that trumpet spiritually, a warning sound and an alarm, basically. And the people not be afraid. Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it? And we understand that the Lord does this. How? We're going down to verse 7. Surely the Lord God, which his name is Yahweh, and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, will do nothing. He don't have to do anything. Yahweh created Yahweh Shai created everything that we see today. If you understand that, if you're not still caught up in what Christianity taught us, shall there be even in the city and the Lord have not done it? Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophet. All these secrets, man, a prophecy. These things were sealed. Stop capping. Stop flexing, Jake. You didn't know this until the prophets got it revealed unto them. You didn't know what an Edomite was, who Edomite was, what the word Edom was, when the historical account of the birth of Esau and Jacob and Esau, all right, in the end. The so-called Christians have no idea. They kind of know now because the prophets are on the scene. All right, because the Lord has put that spirit among the earth of truth. But other than that, man, it's been a whole bunch of winging it and a whole bunch of lies, man. All right, but now we understand what's going on. Surely the Lord God would do nothing, but He didn't reveal His secret unto who? His servants, the prophets. Starting with the prophets, they're the ones that's able to see these things. They're the ones that receive the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the 12 tribes chart, things like that. The law, statutes, and commandments, man. The moon, the Shabbat, the Sabbath, right? All these things, man. The high holidays, when, how to observe these things, how to call upon Yahweh Shema Shai, how to pray, how to fast, man. You know, we learned all these things because we serve the true power, not the fake one. All right, let's go to the book. So much. So remember what we read in 1 Thessalonians 5:3 about peace and safety. Well, we're going to stack the precepts, as Apostle Tahar would say, and go to the book of Proverbs 3:25, reiterating the fact, all right? Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh, man. So, hey, straight to the point in the book of Proverbs, our wisdom section, right, of the Bible, it says, be not afraid. So the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear. We got to meditate on that. It's almost persecution time. You heard about the incident at the White House. For face value, look like a black dude. I mean, so yeah, just the rhetoric, him calling himself Jesus Christ is what they're saying the dude said that had the incident out at the White House, shooting and shit like that, man. But it says again, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither the desolation of the wicked. All these things are getting ready to come to pass. The persecution is coming. Don't be fearful. Oh, that's what I was saying about that dude. That's all just in relation just to hearing the jargon associated religion and violence. It goes hand in hand, and a radical spirit. And it's all just good. Ultimately, they want us, man, and we can see it clear. All this shit, there's full of shit. Look at all the unalivers of our nation still be. All these goddamn cameras they got. I just tried to go to a park. When I did that epistle, what was it, this week or last week, out at the park, man, I haven't been to that park in a while, man. It's a surveillance state. I was bugged out at looking at all the cameras, man. It was like overkill, bro. Like, how many cameras do y'all need out of this park? I mean, I guess I get it, because it was, you know how Jake do. They was acting a fool at that park. So I guess Esau had to put all those cameras up. But good gracious, man, y'all can't just have one. I mean, they got 4-way cameras like all throughout the park. It was insane. But I gave him a show. You know, went out there and prophesied. I gave him a show. Gave him something to look at, since they want to motherfucking look at everybody. But yeah, back to the scripts. Proverbs 3. And 6. No, it was Amos 3 and 6. What was that? Oh yeah, 3 and 25. So Salakia. Be not afraid of sudden fear. So the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, and that's that's what's getting ready to happen, man. The persecution, man. But it's comforting, because we know that once this part of the prophecy happens, that we're done. All right, the famine of the word will come. That persecution will come right along that time, and that's gonna be it. All we have to do, and easier said than done, of course, but show forth our faith, not take that MOTB, take whatever that they come with, even if it's being unalived, and that's going to be it. That's going to be our test, and the Lord going to lift up that standard, and that's going to be the end of our captivity. We're like moments away, who knows, weeks, months, Lord willing. We don't like to say years, but Lord willing, we're, months away from this thing, man, happening completely. Lord willing. So we got to pray for the speed thereof. Pray for a few days left. Pray for the Lord to continue to speed up time, cut it short, make the days even faster. We're clearing what? Average, I'll say me in my perception, and the Lord give brothers different perceptions of time, man. But I say I can clear about 4 days for one. Like how long it took a day to go through 24 hours a week. I'm eating that up. Like it feels like, you know what I'm trying to say. Like for every 4 days, it feel like back in the day that would have been one day. The days were longer back in the days. Is what I'm saying. The Lord has cut time short. He's speeding up time. Even the so-called scientists can see that, man. Everybody can feel it. The days are just going by so fast. We're halfway through the year already. It seemed like it was just New Year's. No joke. We're halfway through the year already. Hell, this summer is getting ready to come. It's gonna come and go, and guess what? We're gonna be right back to that back to the winter. So guess what we need to be doing? Praying that our flight be not in winter. Praying that we don't have to they don't have to come get us, all right? Or we don't have to go on the run in the middle of winter, because it's just so much more harsh, all right, dealing with the elements. Now, will Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai be with us wherever we will go, whenever the seasons is? Hell yeah. All right, but hey, do what he said, man. Pray that our flight be not in winter, man. All right. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Now is the time to call upon Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai. Hey, do what he asks of you. Actually say, pray in those names, teach those names. Respect, fear those names, man. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, because contrary to popular belief, the Lord is not going to, quote unquote, always be able to be found. Okay, that's in relation to the famine of the word. Right now, the Lord can be found via his church, man. And who's leading the way? Hey, the prophets of Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashai, the mouthpieces of the Lord, if you will, man. All right. But again, you need to be seeking out the Lord while you have liberty, while the chaos hasn't completely engulfed the earth, because it is going to be ugly. I just had a dream. It wasn't even like prophetic, but I mean, I was with a YN. It was just, we gotta get the hell out of here. I was at a YN, like driving, and I guess he spotted an enemy, and it just went on from there, man. And it was just, I done hit the front, and jumped out of the car, type of stuff, hanging out with little Jake, man. Wicked ass. I'm talking about, bro, we talking and we see these unalives and we hear it, but let me tell you, it hits different. The Lord has let me live in an environment that was plagued by gunfire and violence, man. Shooting every day, somebody getting shot, or there's a shooting every day. I think it was like around 2022. Somebody where I live at was getting shot. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. The population of the city I live in is roughly 200,000. So I'll say around 2022, somebody got shot at least 5 out of 7 days, you know what I mean, a week that year. Somebody was getting popped, like dead. I got, man, we done articles like children 9 here, like we had mass, shootings, just, and we have mass shootings in the hood, basically to say amongst our people all the time, and it doesn't get plastered on the news like it does when it's anybody else of any other nation. They'll fucking stop time, they'll stop the earth, they'll stop, you know what I mean, TV broadcasting. Not nowadays. They would have did that in the 90s. They ain't gonna stop no TV broadcast for no mass unaliving these days. Esau want that money. You know what I mean? He ain't stopping to report nothing. He got Super Bowl Sunday. They let the commercials roll. But the Lord getting ready to put a stop to all that, going back to that sudden fear, all that plan, all that not taking the Lord seriously, all that not taking his word seriously is going to produce a lot of shame upon you and your family, in your household, man, in your legacy. Okay, let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians. In relation to you Israelites, man, again, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American, is 1 Corinthians 13 and verse 10. But 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. This is very important for us to meditate on these precepts right here. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, starting with that front line, that 144,000, which are all men, okay? we have to put off of thinking like a child or thinking like a weaker vessel, which is the woman. Okay, we have to show ourselves men. We have to endure the hardness like a good soldier. Unlike everybody else, the creature, man, is in fact that. Everybody else is what they are, all right? You're a child, even though you may be male, female, but you haven't fully matured into that adult yet. So you're classified as a child, right? Then you got the woman, you got animals, all right? But at the top of that thing, under Yahweh Shema Shah, it is the Israelite man. Okay, so we come to this realization first and foremost than anybody else as we mature and then become a man. And that doesn't mean like age wise, it really is a maturity thing. Now age and wisdom should kind of naturally go hand in hand. Unfortunately, that's not the real manifestation with our people. They're sottish. The Lord teaches us about this. They have a zeal, but it isn't according to knowledge. It isn't according to the fear. Therefore, they have no wisdom, because we learn that fear is the beginning of wisdom. All right, fearing the Lord. But again, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things, calling upon an idol, just the type of behavior pertains to being young, the party spirit of a young person. When you get older, the reason why you don't do it, yeah, you don't like the environment, but it really is an issue of energy. You like your body just doesn't have the same energy. It doesn't have the same functionality as it did when you were younger. Your mind isn't as sharp. All right, you're physically, all right, you're aging and it's starting to decline. So you don't have the energy to actually be up at 3 o'clock in the morning in the club. Not only do you just not like it as you mature for whatever reason, our spiritual first and foremost, like you don't like loud music as you get shit too loud in the club. That's something that a young person can't endure. Their ears haven't been subject to years and years of this shit, right? All that, the club speakers used to be so freaking loud. But all that's in relation to childish things, man. All right, it take a man to come out the world, serve Yahweh Shema Shai, put on sackcloth, especially dealing with our people, man, especially the Southern Kingdom, how prideful and how boastful they are to put on that sackcloth, not go out and look like a distinguished, strong black man, all right, with a fucking edge up, all right, and lasered beard, all right. And go out there with a group of guys all uniformed and stuff like that, man. It take a real man to go out there on ugly mode. You know what I'm saying? An aggressive mode through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Hawashai. Therefore, the spirit led me to bring out that so we can remember to not think like a child. So we're not going to speak like a child speaks. We're not going to have the understanding like a child. We talk about reincarnation. Hey, starting with the name Yahweh Hawashai, you will understand like a bitch ass child if you're not a man. When we start to bring out the name Yahweh Shema Hawashai, and you get all finicky, all right? That's because the Lord not your father. You a bastard, all right? That's why you don't like that name. Yeah, because this has nothing to do with you. I thought as a child, so that thought process, man, all right? But when I became a man, you put away those things. You put away that mentality, man, all right? But there's a reward. There's pros and cons that come with being a man. Right now, because we're not in our strength, there's no glory in being a man for real. We get shitted on, we you know what I mean? And we're getting used and abused. We built this place. We work hard, and we don't get the reverence that we deserve, man, from our children, our wives, society, none of that. But it doesn't matter. That's why we have to serve the Lord, because he is going to make make no mistake about it. After we bow to Malak Yahweh Shai, he going to make them fools bow to us, man. He going to introduce us to you motherfuckers. All right. This is his hopeful elect. One by motherfucking one. He's going to tell every last one of you clowns who we are. And every time we see, or you see one of us, or, we'll see y'all for y'all see us. We'll have a scope on you. All right. But, Every time you see, one of us, and that go for you 2/3 as well, man. That's reborn in the kingdom. Every time you see one of the Lord's hopeful elect that endured to the end, you're gonna have to bow. You're gonna have to give it up. You're gonna have to reverence. Just like in the military when they and with officers. When you're freaking outside with these freaking officers, I didn't do that because I was in special operations. Thank y'all about Shema Shah. So we didn't really have to deal with that a lot. And the officers that were in special operations, they didn't like to get saluted. But if you don't know, shit, with the officer, anytime you see one of these motherfuckers outside, you have to render a damn salute to them. You know what I mean? You have to stop, put up a salute, and then wait till them motherfuckers to acknowledge it and salute you back. Every time you see any officer in the military, that is what you have to do outside, dude. How much more in the kingdom of Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai, man? I've been watching, like, I've never was, maybe a little bit. I was in, like, Spider-Man and stuff when I was younger, Batman, what have you. But never was into, like, the full-blown DC Marvel comic shit. I watched the Avengers a couple, like the last one in the Thor movie, like a couple years after they originally came out. And man, being in the truth, I was like, whoa, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. Like the whole realms and gods which we hope to be. See how like these false idols of fucking Thor. I truly believe in relation to that 144,000, every brother in their respective order, that these superheroes are Mach 144,000. Whoever the top superhero, that'll be like until Malaki Howard shot Superman. They say, he got all the powers. I guess I've been like, I like super speed, so I've been kind of like, I know they're faking shit, and I'm not dealing with idols and shit, but just kind of thinking about it's spiritually in relation to the blessing, the reward, that 144,000, those men that put off that old man that didn't speak like a child. Matter of fact, started not to even speak like a man, but a God. So I'm looking at all these, I'm talking about, and they got, especially in the comic books, has things, not like more so the DC comic book, not necessarily the actual idolatry, because, the Greek mythology and they got so many. They got Celtic false gods and Hindu false gods. It'll blow your freaking mind. I forgot where I was going, but damn, you know how it be. But the whole point, man, oh yeah, putting away, not thinking like a child, man. Yeah, and that's a lot of our people. Going back to that in the movie Baby Boy, that's very spiritual, man. Most of, especially the so-called black man and the brown man too. He's even worse. He's even more childlike, man. Jake, the Southern Kingdom being the head, Judah being the head tribe, especially the Southern Kingdom, and then the Northern Kingdom. But they're all just effed up. You know what I'm saying? They're all weak. I mean, doing stupid like look at the men, bro. Even if you are a hard working laborious man with your hands, you're out there with a jackhammer. You're out there like doing what they classify hard manual labor, changing transmissions and shit. That shit is in vain. No, let me tell you, there don't nobody give a damn how hard you work in our captivity, goofball. Go work harder then, Jake, if that's what you want to do. We don't want to work no more, goofball. My brothers on the plantation, they can't wait to the Lord say stop going. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. Don't nobody want to do that, but y'all corny ass niggas. But why? Because you're happy to be here. You're happy to be a slave. You like the process of working 9 to 5, week in, week out, having your yearly vacation, getting your pension when you're old and shit. That's sufficient for you. It isn't for us because we're putting off that. And also now, going from men to back into gods. We're not speaking as damn men anymore. We're speaking spiritual. All right, we're speaking as gods. Going back to those those comic books, man. All the realms that they have, man, and the ability, like just like we speak, the scriptures speak about, the Lord. In the Malachi house, I said, in his father's house are many mansions, man. We understand that, the Lord don't live in a damn house like we think about it. They're going into the galaxies, the universe, all these planets. It'll be open up to. That's why I was getting with the comic book shit, liking unto that 144,000. Dude, we're gonna have realms to rule over, man, or planets, man, all these galaxies, man. They're saying Esau don't know what the hell is out there. It's probably trillions and trillions of planets and stars stars and that's where Esau, the Lord put the spirit on Esau, to like think like that in relation to superheroes, man. All right. But yeah, the spiritual power, meditate on that because it is cool, especially in relation to real shit, which is Yahweh Shai, and that 144,000, the rest of that 1/3, and eventually the entire nation of Israel, man. It's going to be like what we see in the motherfucking superhero movies. The Rams is amazing. Like I just imagine why Aquaman, the second one, and it was better than I thought. Like I thought, I seen it first, it was cool, whatever, but cause I don't, I needed that big ass Edomite dude, man. What's his name? Jason Momoa. Yeah, I mean, they love that nigga. He look like a little god or whatever. He, he in his glory, man. Edomite, man. He look like a goddamn nomad or something. They love that motherfucker. But I mean, the movie was good and it was very like spiritual, all in relation to getting back to our first estate, getting back to that glory, getting back to, and that's what it's all about. 2/3 can't see that. They can't see the reward thereof. They can't think like that. They love the movies. They love a Michael B. Jordan to pretend on some Wakanda shit like he's some type of warrior. I've been a nigga, you ain't no damn warrior. You're fighting your dad and that fucking work. I ain't even watch that weak ass shit. Wakanda, bald headed ass women. What nation y'all supposed to represent? Let me tell you something. Yeah, hey, in our kingdom, I guarantee you we ain't finna have no motherfucking female warriors, bald headed. What type of crap is that? What type of nation are you to give your women over to? Are y'all that weak that you got to shady bitch's head and put a damn spear in their hands? Well, are your men not capable? Can the why? Like, and that's one thing you can tell, bro. They're compromising Hollywood because that's all in all of these movies. And here in the last days, it's all feminism propaganda. Even if it is, I mean, I have a child. I've seen the second Incredibles movie. It was all about the Mr. Incredible. I don't even know the Miss Incredible. I guess that's her name. It was all about her. The fucking Toy Story, the latest one, the last one, the last toy. I seen it with my daughter, dude. It was all about that. Where was her, Little Bo Peep, right, dude? It was starring her. It used to be about Woody and Buzz, right? Now it's about Lil Bo Peep saving the day. This whole motherfucking movie, like that shit was crazy. I seen that shit with my child, man. And I'm like, what is this? Cause the first Toy Story and the second one, I'm a 80s babies. That shit came out when I was a kid, man. The first Toy Story was cracking, man. The first two was cracking. This feminism propaganda has taken over every one of these little movies, superhero movies. Even like when it comes to the John Wick type stuff, it's always, you'll see him giving his glory to a woman. Sick of this pretend stuff, man. This ain't nothing but a bunch of pretenders that we're around, and we're sick of it through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Oh well. The book of Micah 2:10. Arise ye, so get the hell up and depart. Come up out of the world. Come up out of that thought process. Come up out of that childlike thinking. Okay, this reward, it's starting. It's given to the men. All right, the adults, and through their completion of their work and mission, their children shall be blessed. Everybody got their position. If you are a child now, you are a child. If you're a grown-ass man now through the spirit, you're a grown-ass man. You got to be putting on like that and teaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh Shema Hawashah. We're going to behoove you. We're going to motivate you to do that because there's a reward that comes with that. And we don't just do this for reward. We understand that this is our reasonable service, that this is what we was created to do. But the Lord is not a man that he shall lie, and he done promises stuff that comes with it. So let's just go ahead and get it. What are your options? Die in the earth? You might as well preach Yahweh Bahashem Mahawashah. You might die anyway. So you might as well die for righteousness. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Our people don't understand that. That's a stumbling block unto them, that this is not your rest. What do you mean? I just came off a girl trip. Eva tell you that. So obviously, bitch, you in your rest. Well, this ain't for you. We're not talking to you. First and foremost, we're talking to the Lord's hopeful elect, that 1/3 that's been blessed to hear. All right, that we're not in our freaking rest. That, oh, we're the same, people that went into captivity. We're still there to this very day. Because it is polluted. That's why we need to depart. This place is polluted. We're surrounded by all type of pollution. And first and foremost, I ain't talking about the air. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. And we see that sword destruction, man. I'm talking about our women are out of their freaking minds, man. I'm just like, it's so much shit going on with our women right now. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of talking about it, Eve. The Lord is definitely going to put the spirit upon me to revisit her wickedness again. But right now, I just scroll through. I see, and usually, even if she cute, you know how it is. Even catch your attention on the damn phone. You scrolling through, and you'll see like a video, boom. You might click it. And I don't care. You just want to look at it, say, oh, boom, then keep it moving. I ain't got to the point, man. I don't even care. I don't even care. Or like, who cares about you being cute? What's the point? You vain. You wicked. Who cares? I'm moving on, man. Like this ain't it, man. And the Lord just dealing with us, supping with us, just letting us see how this thing really is and what's really important. And knowing that fact, what's really important, what doing the work, serving the Lord, that all these things shall be added unto us. Whatever your heart's desire is in righteousness, man, it may not be expedient. So you may have to wait to the kingdom to get your multiple wives in their perfection. All right, but you'll get it. And that's something to understand. Not like a child. We got to understand patience, processes, procedures, all right, tactics. All these things we learn through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem or Hawashai. Everybody else don't have that skill set. All right. Therefore, you don't have that skill set. You're not going to reap the rewards of showing those skills. All right. And giving glory to Yahweh by Hashem or Hawashai. Man, and we can leave it off in the book of Matthew then, man. Straight to the point. Just, just going. I call these the classics, man. On Matthew 6 and 34. Yep. Matter of fact, that's exactly what I was kind of going into. We need to go up a little bit. Wow. Man, we got to go up. We'll start at 25. This is Matthew 6 and 25. Therefore, I say unto you, take no thought for your life. So don't think about the things that pertain to your life. Just do the work. Easier said than done, right? I know people get tired of us saying that, but it is what it is. Or what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. So all these things, man, consider daily, especially the eating part. And the body is not life more than meat, not to the inhabitants of the earth. Obviously, all they care about is eating. And the body more than raiment. Hey, all our people care about is putting that shit on. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns. We do, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Absolutely. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai. We're above the animals. We're supposed to have dominion over them, and the Lord feed them. How much more us? We have to make sure we're in good graces with him. And then if we are, we can inquire these things. Lord, why haven't you fed me? You said you was going to feed me. I have not ate today. Unless you're fasting, hey, the Lord's supposed to be feeding you, because he's not a man that he shall lie. But you got to be serving him. You can't be wilding out. You can't be wilding the hell out. People still say that. And then 90s 2000 word. Verse 27. Which of you taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? If that was possible for us, I'm sure we would be somewhere up in the clouds right now via Eve's desire for us to be so tall. Okay, I don't think Jake really give a damn about that shit. It's the woman around here pushing that narrative of you have to be a specific height. And that's how you know a woman's full of shit. You see how the little boys, our little brothers came out with that song, I Ain't Got No Type. Because we really don't. And really, we just, you know what I mean? As long as you look good, we'll deal with you of any nation. Why are you putting specific numbers on shit? We don't put specific, oh, you got to be 5. You got to be 5'3". Oh, I can't fuck with you. You crazy hell. You be 5'2" all day. We on that. You know what I mean? I'm on that. Like, damn, I forgot. I keep losing my train of thought because my mind is... But let me see if I can get it again. Matthew. Oh, yeah. Which of you taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? So, which one of us can, by thought, make ourselves taller? Make ourselves smaller. Okay? That's Eve with that shit. Oh, that's what I was saying. why are you at? That's how you know a woman full of shit. She the weaker vessel, and she just going to and fro. Oh, society say be 6'2" and up. Oh, that's what I want. This dude every bit 5'11", right? And then he put on some shoes. He 6 foot, but just because society said he gotta be 6'2", you not gonna fuck with him. E. You find this guy completely attractive. Everything else hit. He hit all the markers that you like in a man, but because he ain't 6'2" exactly, you not. Come on, cuz. Come on, cuz. What is that? But some play pretend as vain shit. So, like I was saying, if we could, we would be up in the damn clouds. If we could, but we can't. All right, we can't by thought, unless the Lord give us spiritual power, add 1 cubit into our stature. And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow and toil not, neither do they spin. So they don't talk, they don't do nothing. They can't give glory to Yahweh Shemashah other than existing. And if nobody lays eyes upon those flowers, then it's only for the Lord's eyes to behold those flowers out there. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon, all his glory was not arrayed like one of these, man. Whew, that's saying something. So the Lord is speaking about how beautiful, how much order, like some of his flowers are, specifically, you know, the lilies. But if you know how King Solomon did it when he was ruling, he did it very, very big. You know, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But the Lord saying not even Solomon and his beauty, how fine the brother was, man, and how glorious his kingdom was, man, during that time that he was ruling. Even check this out. Knowing the beauty of the flowers, knowing the beauty, okay. Well, wherefore, verse 30, wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, that means the damn flowers that are beautiful, they are roses, all these beautiful flowers, and this places on earth that's not even been touched by human hands, they never even seen these, man. It's gonna burn the fuck up. So basically, it damn near kind of in vain, basically, what you know what I'm saying? If the Lord will make these things beautiful and then burn it, if the Lord will make something beautiful that nobody will ever even see and then burn it up, how much more us is what the scriptures is talking about. Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, that's going into this motherfucker burning by fire, especially via the nuclear missiles, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? There it is. This thing is about faith. You got to believe that the Lord is with you and that you'll make it through a great tribulation, a not taking the MOTB, a time of persecution, going back into this dude possibly saying it's peace and safety time, and the Lord bringing that sudden destruction. We got to be ready, man. So I pray that this was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashah. Hey, it's going down. Stay circumspect, cause any day now, you know, the Lord could crank it up. If you think we're lying, look at what happened with the Wuhan issue. Remember when it was called the Wuhan, all right, V? And we were hearing just them saying that those couple words, and then eventually real fast, it affected down there the whole earth, especially, you know, societies, modern societies. It affected it. It started over there saying it, and then it came here and it wreaked fucking havoc. Think we're joking. All right, so with that, once again, shalom.